These are the earrings that we're going to make. And these are the earrings in a few other color combinations. So let's talk about the materials that we're going to need. For these earrings, you're going to need two 6mm crystals, round or bicone, for the bottom of the Christmas tree. And you're going to need four 4mm crystals for the middle and the top of the Christmas tree. You can use the same color if you want, but I'm using a different color for the middle than the top. Those can be round or bicone. You're also going to need super duos, 11-0 Toho seed beads, plus 6 or 8 seed beads to connect the ear hooks with a jump ring. So let's get started. I'm using a size 10 needle with 6-pound fire line, and I'm going to start with a super duo and two 11-0 seed beads. String that on, and then go through the other hole of the super duo. Now I can tie a knot. Now that I've tied a knot, I want to go back up through the super duo, back through the 2 seed beads, and through the super duo again. Next, I put on 2 super duos and 2 seed beads, string that on, and I want to go through the other hole of the last super duo. I want to flip this middle one up so I can add 1 super duo. My thread is coming out of this super duo, and so I want to go through the other one. Next, I add 2 11-0 seed beads and go up through the tip. This is going to be the top of the earring. Next, I'll put on 11-0, a 4mm crystal, 11-0, 6 or 8 seed bead, and an 11-0. And I'll string that on. I want to go back through only the crystal, I add 1 seed bead, and I want to go through the tip again in the same direction. So from the side that has seed beads to the side that doesn't have them. Add 2 seed beads, and I want to go through all 3 super duos. Only going through super duos there. Flip that over. Now I would just want to go through these 2 seed beads. Next, I put on 3 seed beads and a super duo, string that on. I want to go through the other hole of the super duo and then back up the last 2 seed beads towards the super duo and through the super duo. Next, I put on a seed bead, super duo, seed bead, super duo, seed bead, and I string that on. Next, I want to go through that first super duo and the next seed bead. That creates a little pinwheel there. Then I add 2 seed beads. I'm coming out of this seed bead here, so I want to go down through the tip of this super duo. I go back through the other hole of that super duo. And back through the last 2 seed beads. Pull that tight. Next, I add 2 11-0s, a 6mm crystal, and an 11-0, and I string that on. I want to go back up through the crystal and the next seed bead. Pull that tight. Next, I'll put on 3 seed beads and a super duo. String that on. I want to go through the other hole of that super duo. And then back up through the last 2 seed beads and the super duo. Next, I put on a seed bead, super duo, seed bead, super duo, seed bead, and I string that on. Here's where I want to go through the super duo, seed bead, and the next super duo and seed bead. So all but these last 2 here. Pull that tight. Add 2 seed beads. We're coming out of this seed bead, so we want to go through this tip. Up through the other hole of the super duo. And then down through the last 2 seed beads. Now here's where we tie it all together. So if yours are flipped around, that's okay. Here's where we tie it together. So we want to make sure everything is facing the right way. So it should look like this. We add 1 seed bead, and we want to go through all these seed beads on the side, going through 3 at first. And then 2 more. And now we want to go up through the crystal and the next seed bead. If we can't get through it, just through the crystal and through that seed bead. Through the large seed bead. Down the other seed bead and crystal. And then we want to go down through all the seed beads on this side except for the last one, so 8 seed beads. Starting with 3. 4, 5. 6, 7. And 1 more. So we're not going through that last seed bead, all but the last. Next, we're going to go through the super duo and the next seed bead. We add the 4mm crystal, and we want to go through this seed bead on this side and this next super duo. Next, we want to skip this first seed bead and go through the next 2. Then we'll go through this seed bead, or this super duo. Add a seed bead, go through this middle super duo. Add 1 more seed bead, and we want to go through this super duo. Next, we want to go through the 2 seed beads before the last one. We'll go through the super duo again and the next seed bead. And here we're going to reinforce this line of seed beads here. So I'm coming out of this seed bead, I'm going to go through the next 3 that are on this side. Then I want to go up through the 4 seed beads on this side, but maybe 2 at a time. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, we'll go through the 3rd one. And the 4th one plus the super duo. So at this point, the earring is pretty much done, so we're just going to continue weaving it around and then tie a knot. So I'm just going to go up this side, down this side, and tie a knot here. I'm going to start skipping this bead, going through the next one, the next 8 beads. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. I'm not going to go through this crystal again. I'm just going to go straight down through the other side, going through all the seed beads this time. However many my needle will go through, going through 6 there, and then going through the next 3, plus the super duo. And here's where I can tie a knot. Put my thread between the super duo and the seed bead. Go through the loop once, through the loop twice, and tie the knot. So we just need to clip the ends and add the ear hook. Okay, I've snipped the ends and I'm ready to add the ear hook. So I take my jump ring and I open it. I feed it through the large seed bead. Add the ear hook and close it. And that is the finished earring.